So after that thrilling women's singles quarter-final, we turn our attention to men's doubles. The match we're going to watch features Mohammed Ahsan and Hendra Setiawan, former champions. And they're going to be playing against the pair number 3 on that list. 2 Danish pairs on the top of the Destination Dubai rankings at the moment. And of course the big movers were Chai Biao and Hong Wei, having won last week in India, shot up 13 places to number 4. So we have the number 5 seeds Kenichi Hayakawa and Hiroyuki Endo up against the number 4 seeds Mohammed Ahsan and Hendra Setiawan.
Quarterfinals, match number 27. Hiroyuki Endo, Kenichi Hayakawa, Japan versus Mohammed Ahsan, Hendra Setiawan, Indonesia. Umpire David Wong Peng Seng, Malaysia. City judge Mai Lang Yen, Vietnam. Court 1.
Well, this is a repeat match of the quarter-final 2 years ago when the Indonesians went on to take the title. Endo and Hayakawa, the Japanese pair, semi-finalists last year, whereas their opponents, as defending champions, were the number 1 seeds a year ago at the Malaysian Super Series and lost in the second round to Lee Sheng Mu and Tai Chia Sin, who I can tell you at the moment are locked in battle against last week's winners Chai Biao and Hong Wei. So there, Hiroyuki Endo, 28 years of age. So his partner, Kenichi Hayakawa, is 28, although he's going to turn 29 on Sunday. Wouldn't it be lovely to be playing a final on your birthday? They are the world number 5s, the number 5 seeds. They have been as high as 2, spent a total of 6 weeks as world number 2 ranked pair. Their win-loss record for the year, couple of semi-finals, German Grand Prix Gold and the All England Championships as well. Quarter-finalists last week in Delhi. Lost out when they were the number 2 seeds to the European champions, Ivanov and Sozonov. Now, as far as their previous matches are concerned, they got revenge this week over the European champions because beat the Russian pair in the first round. Had a thrilling match late yesterday evening against Kido and Putra of Indonesia. Went the full distance in that one. So to the Indonesians, Mohammed Ahsan, 27, from Palembang in South Sumatra, and Hendra Setiawan from the ancient city of Malang in East Java. 30 years of age now, Hendra Setiawan, and as I say, they were champions here 2 years ago. Down 1 place in the world ranking this week, and they have, of course, been as high as number 1. Now, that 1-1 win-loss record means that they lost in the second round of the All England Championships as defending champions. Now, look away if you're a Japanese fan. You won't want to look at that at all. This is the 7th meeting between the 2 pairs, and the last time they met was, in fact, in the final of those All England Championships last year. So not this year, last year, 2014, they met in the final. And incidentally, that was the 2nd consecutive final that the Japanese pair had contested at the All England Championships. But for the Japanese pair, it's a long old wait, isn't it? 6 Super Series tournament finals, they've yet to win a title. Could it be their year? So umpire David Wong Peng Seng from Malaysia and Mai Lang Yen of Vietnam, our service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Endo and Hayakawa, Japan. And on my left, Setiawan and Muhammad Ahsan, Indonesia. Muhammad Ahsan to serve to Endo, Labo, play.
So the former champions nearest to us, also former world champions. Indonesian pair of Muhammad Ahsan and Hendra Setiawan won the world title in 2013 in Guangzhou when they were the #6 seeds, beat Bo and Mogensen in the final. Winners of the Asian Games gold medal as well, end of last year. Oh, very hesitant, Muhammad Ahsan at the back of the court. And we know he's had a back injury in the past. Have you heard any news, Ian? Is he 100% fit?
Well, he's been struggling. He's been struggling for a few months with it, been in and out. They were hesitating whether they were fit enough to play the All England. They went and gave it a go, but I was talking to them in Birmingham and they were saying that, you know, they're missing a lot of training. They've missed a lot of training. Ahsan, you know, he's a bubbly character when he's playing regularly, but he's been a little bit down, I would say, the last few months.
Yeah, a little bit flat. We're used to seeing, you know, such exuberance. I remember that World Championship final. I mean, to me, he was the best player on court. He seemed to be everywhere.
Yeah, and he just at the moment, he's lost a little bit of confidence with his movement, and that means he's not getting behind the shuttle as easily and not able to put as much pressure on from the rear court.
It's over. 1-4.
Oh, that's a great interception from Hendra Setiawan, former Olympic champion, of course, with Marcus Kido, with whom he also won a gold medal at the World Championships as well. So he's been world champion with 2 different partners. And he has an uncanny ability to be in the right place at the right time as well, doesn't he?
Well, I think when he finally does call time on his career, he will be considered one of the greatest. I mean, he's got the complete set with the Asian Games, Olympics, World Championship with 2 different partners, and just one of the great forecourt players of all time in my book.
3-5.
I concur, very much so. He's a very quiet, unassuming character, isn't he?
6-3.
Yeah, and that's probably why he doesn't get as much attention. He sort of goes under the radar when people are talking about the doubles players. You know, people talk about Lee Yundae at the moment and Kai Yun being the best player on the front court, but I've always felt that Setiawan on his day is a match for anybody. And probably better when you look at his results.
Yeah, and also, I mean, what I like about his front court play is the way he reads it. Kai Yun, of course, was so fast around the front of the court, backed up, of course, by Fu Haifeng with his power play from the back. But you always knew that Taiyun was moving very quickly. Whereas with Setiawan, he looks laid back. He doesn't look to be moving quickly, but he's always there.
Yeah, not fair, is it?
It isn't. Why didn't you teach me that one?
I'm not sure it's something you can teach.
No, well, that's a good point, actually. I mean, I'm sure you as a coach would say you can refine skills and make people better and make people understand the probability of where the shuttle's going to come back. But there is an innate, inbuilt, natural ability that you can't really teach sometimes.
Yeah, he reads the play so well, and when Ahsan is 100% fit, he's so quick around the mid-court and the rear court, and he's smashing into good places, and Setiawan's got lots of confidence and he's anticipating the play on the front court. And it was the same with his combination with Kido. Kido did some very unorthodox things from the rear court, but he got away with it because they had such a good understanding between themselves, and Setiawan could fill the space, fill up the gaps.
Well, unleashed a couple of powerful smashes there, Hendra Setiawan. which would suggest, now just watch how he jumps up and arches his back, that his injury problems are not as severe as they were probably in the All England.
Yeah, still didn't really follow it in, did he? Still missing, I would say, just slight lack of confidence there to follow it in. Generating good pace with the racket, but needs to follow it up with leg speed as well. Close the court down.
Oh, yeah, well, it was a rather ambitious shot to try from Mohamed Ahsan.
We were just talking, Jill, saying that sometimes Setiawan maybe doesn't get the credit he deserves. I think that's the same on the other side of the net as well, though. This Japanese pair are very, very consistent and very difficult to beat. And again, I don't think sometimes they get the credit they deserve.
No, I agree with that as well. That's a lovely defensive shot to take them to the mid-game interval.
That's a challenge. We're not at the interval yet.
Ahsan and Setiawan, challenge, call in.
Yeah, that's clearly a plum on the line. Yeah, I thought it was a strange challenge. But it is confirmed as 11-5, 6-point advantage.
Successful. 11-5 interval.
Just 7 minutes.
Hot 1, 20 seconds. Hot 1, 20 seconds. 11-5. Play.
Yeah, and it's exciting, dynamic play, the Japanese pair. So, you know, apart from the fact that they don't get the recognition, I always think they're good value to watch as well.
They are. The movement's very, very good together. The rotational play I always find very, very impressive with them. And also they're very, very well organised in defence. They're good at turning the defence into the attack. Actually, the last point before the mid-game interval was a great example where you saw that cross-flat defence and they're able to push forward up the court. They're very good, very efficient at what they do. Again, it's that counter-attack from mid-court, stepping onto the shuttle.
Yeah, way long.
Service over. 6-13.
Oh, that was a run of 7 straight points.
Service over. 14.
Oh, my goodness.
15.
Yeah,
6.
seemed to be halfway down the net.
Yeah.
No, it was.
Yeah, Indonesian pair not really found any consistency so far in this match.
Oh, that's a nice change of pace.
Service over. 9-16.
Very, very good smash from Hiroyuki Endo. He leapt from the centre of the court there. Play that round the head smash. Look, no steps taken at all, just a big leap. And that got Setiawan right in the middle of the chest.
Service over. 10-17.
Coach Park Ju-bong looking a little pensive, which I'm very surprised about. He should be delighted with his boys at the moment, shouldn't he?
18.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's concentrating. That's a good shot again.
Yeah.
Stepping up on the mid-court, not letting the shuttle come to him, stepping out, taking it early, punching it down the line.
Oh, that is delightful.
20.
Great disguise.
10.
Yeah, just couldn't change direction. Game points are plenty. Yeah, the Indonesians really not interested now in this opening game. Oh, goodness me.
Game. First game won by
Well, the least said about that
Hayakawa.
last rally, the better, I think.
21-10.
But the opening game, thoroughly deserving to the Japanese pair, 21-10. Just 13 minutes for game number one. We were touching on the fact that Pulelo Gopichand has made such a huge difference and turned Indian badminton really into a real force to be reckoned with in world badminton now, because it's not just one or two players. They've always had one or two very good players, but they've got a whole host of talented players now doing well on the world circuit. You've got to say the same thing about Park Ju-bong in Japan, haven't you? I mean, what an influence he's had on the resurgence of Japanese badminton.
Absolutely. And the biggest difference for me is the belief. He's given them belief that they can do it. Of course, he's a good coach and everything, but he's also instilled in them that they can win. And that was so evident with the Thomas Cup victory. That was real badminton history that was made when Japan were able to win the Thomas Cup. And although they've had good players for a number of years, I always felt they've just missed that final piece of the jigsaw, which is that belief that they can win on the big occasion.
Yeah, that's a super shot from Hayakawa.
It is, but again, I think Ahsan's really struggling to push off. He doesn't look physically there. He obviously wants to be here. He's trying to compete, get himself going, but physically he doesn't look as though he's 100% fit yet.
It's a lovely defensive shot from Setiawan. It's gone long.
Service over. 1 all.
Oh, look at that defence. Yeah, and well followed up by Setiawan. It was his partner that just guided it across court, but Setiawan moving forward. Another example of being in the right place at the right time. Look at that.
It is, because normally you'd probably expect the person who's blocked to follow it in, but Setiawan read it much quicker, able to get in behind and play the winning net shot.
Service over. 2 all.
Oh, that's a pity. That's just long. That was a super idea.
Service over.
It was. Saw the space, stepped in again, moving forward on the mid-court, looking to punch it into that rear court. But there again, we see the difference in the ends. From the far side, that would have been in.
Oh, oh dear. Hang on, wait a minute. What's happened here? Endo. Oh dear. He cricked his neck or something. I didn't like that. He looked to be in pain. Yeah, look, it is. He cricked his neck. Oh dear, dear me. And they were playing so well. Oh, very nearly got that back, Setiawan.
3-5.
It's good attack though, good angle. Again, Ahsan just looking a little bit stiff there, no? In defence.
Oh dear.
Service over. 6-3. Service over. 4.
Yeah, typical short rallies that we see in men's doubles.
Yeah, more difficult for the Japanese to play that style of push defence from this end. Shuttle just flying out the rear court. We've seen 3 or 4 examples already at the start of this game. Need to use a little bit more push and block defence from this side.
8-4. Service over. 5-9.
Yeah, we're disappointed there. That's his favourite, the service, and then on quickly to the third shot.
Oh,
6-9.
well, when he was winning world and Olympic titles, he didn't miss many of those, did he? But isn't it delightful? It's not just speed of racket, it's speed of thought. He suddenly just wanted to change the pace.
Yep, but as you say, some real uncharacteristic errors in this match at the moment.
There's the change of pace, this time from the back of the court from Setiawan.
10-6. Thank you.
Yeah,
11-6.
terrific front court play from Mohammad Ahsan. To a 5-point advantage at the big game interval. Almost completely the opposite to the opening game. It was 11-5. But obviously in favour of the Japanese pair in game number 1.
Top 1, 20 seconds. Top 1, 20 seconds.
English word, rally.
Yeah, and I tend to agree with him. A bit more patience. A bit more patience required. They've tried to force it a little bit from the rear court. It's not really worked for them at this quicker end. Hitting the shuttle out of the rear court. It's usually a little bit more push and block defence. Prolong the rallies.
Play.
Make the Indonesian pair work a little bit harder for their points. Yeah, again, another good example.
Out. No. 12-6.
Well, the Japanese thought that the Indonesians touched the shuttle before it landed out. Yeah, they immediately celebrated.
12-6. Play.
Yeah, they're not learning the lessons, are they, Jill?
No.
13.
2 rallies played, 2 more out the back of the court. They need to adjust their style of play to the change of speed.
Well, it looks highly probable we're going to go to a third and deciding game here. The whole feel of the match has just turned on its head, hasn't it?
Well, both pairs seem to have struggled from the quick end in defence, which is quite surprising. You know, they both played in here last night. It was the same conditions. They've both been caught unawares by the different speed from the ends.
Well, it's called in. Well, there was an awfully long time before they challenged. And there is
Ahsan,
indeed a
Endo,
challenge.
Setiawan. Challenge.
Well, I thought challenges
All
had to be
in.
instant. They had a little discussion first as to whether they were going to challenge or not. Oh, what a good challenge. It was out.
Correction. Out. Service over.
No, shouldn't it be 15-7?
15-8.
Yeah, I agree with the Indonesians.
Yep, he'd already put the point on.
Yeah, exactly. Now, that happened last week, you know. And an extra point was given. Because
As you were saying though, Jill, I think the problem there was the delay in the challenge. The umpire had already called the score.
yeah.
Play. Out. Service over. 8-15.
Yeah.
9-15.
Yeah, again, they worked the counter-attack well. It's the flat defence. But not a great smash from the Indonesians going cross-court there. Opened up their own court.
Oh, that's going wide.
Yeah, and that's not confident with the lift there, is he? Changed his mind there. Realised he was playing from the quick end, tried to adjust it. Made a bit of a mess of it. Still a match lacking rhythm. If it does go to 3 sets, it's going to be a tough one to call.
17.
Neither pair really finding any consistency so far. Oh, nice return, that's the special.
Service over. 18-10.
There we see it, that little hold and then the turn of the racket face, punching it into the rear court.
Service over. 11-18.
Very flat and goes long.
12-18.
Yeah, you're right. There's about no rhythm.
19-12.
Well, in the first game it was the Indonesians that were resigned to losing. This time it's a little bit the Japanese that have conceded this game early.
8 game point opportunities to level it at 1 game apiece.
Service over. 13-20.
Yeah,
Game.
second time of asking.
Second game won by Mohammad Ahsan, Hendra Setiawan. 21-13.
Just 31
One
minutes.
game all.
And it's one game all. Yeah, nice return. Oh, what a peculiar game. One game apiece. I suppose here is where you coaches get involved. I mean, of course, the Japanese players have never beaten the Indonesians in 6 previous attempts, and as players, you know, you can't help but sort of think, oh no, here we go again, and all you coaches keep saying to us, no, you mustn't think like that, and you've got to remain positive, but somehow in the back of the subconscious mind, you can't help but think that.
Well, I think from the Japanese perspective here, they've got to break the game down, play 1 point at a time. They were very dominant in the first game from this side of the court, and I'd be reinforcing the good things they did from this side of the court, trying to get them in a more positive frame of mind, because certainly they were a little bit negative in that second game. You can see Park off camera at the moment, but working hard. Lots of positive body language, trying to get his players up again.
Hot 1, 20 seconds. Hot 1, 20 seconds. Final game. Level. Play.
Well, given your comments, absolutely crucial these first few rallies, and how people respond and
It's over.
whether they can lift themselves again.
Well, it's a deciding game. Both pairs have got to play with more intensity, I would suggest. No second chances here. So hopefully we'll get some more rally situations. Both pairs really struggling with length, I'd have to say. We saw it a little bit in the ladies singles, but I'm surprised that these guys, with all the experience they've got between them, are having such problems with the conditions.
That's a nice return of serve.
It's over. 2-all.
Well, their verbal celebrations after the rally would suggest they're really up for this third and deciding game.
It's over.
Yeah,
3,
not so positive
2.
after that one. Not the best choice, I think, at this stage, flick serve. That's nice net play.
4-2. It's over. 3-4. Play. It's over. 5-3.
Japanese pair, I just sense, need to keep it a little bit tight right now.
Yeah, you just feel the confidence has drained out of them, hasn't it?
Yeah,
They got such a good start in the first game.
Service over. 4-6.
Yeah, there's such a difference in the positioning of the man at the back of the court when they're that far side. They're coming much closer towards the net behind their partner because they know anything that's lifted or drive will probably go long of the back line, so they can afford to move their base position further up. Very noticeable.
Service over. 7-5.
Yeah, you've got to think the Indonesian coach was talking to his players at the change of ends. As many points as you can in the first half. Make sure you're in contact at the mid-game at the change of ends. Because certainly each pair has had a big advantage so far from the far side.
8-5.
Yeah.
But unfortunately the Japanese are not taking advantage of it at the moment. It's the Indonesians that are starting to dominate on the serve and return situations and picking up the easy points.
Setiawan going for a placement rather than power. That was a lovely backhand, wasn't it? Totally unexpected going across court. Kept it flat over the net. Delightful change of pace.
5.
Yeah, more classic Indonesian rally there. Ahsan doing the work, quick movement, keeping the pressure on there, we say. And then Setiawan just applying the nice touch to finish the rally off with the change of pace.
So they have a 6-point advantage.
It's a challenge again.
Challenge again.
And Hiroki Endo challenge. Call in.
Yeah, it was in.
No, they're going to get 2 breaks because they've all been off for a drink and a
Yeah.
towel down.
Challenge successful. Correction out. Correction in, sorry. Service over. 6-10.
No, didn't actually confirm how many challenges remaining.
Service for call.
Oh, service fault call.
Service
That's a
over.
pity. That's a bit of an anticlimax after all the excitement of
Interval.
the challenge.
8 ends.
So a 5-point advantage for the Indonesians as they change ends.
Park Jabong with a bit of work to do here. They struggled from this end. They seem to... Confidence just seems to have ebbed away from them. They started the match so well, so positive, stepping up, taking control of the midcourt. Now they just look a little bit static, a little bit lost for ideas. And as you would expect, Setiawan started to control the serve and return situations a lot better. And the whole game's turned on its head.
This is a better rally. Oh, yes.
Service over. 7-11.
And that's a good angle to finish. Setiawan really not expecting the cross smash there. Caught off guard, unprepared.
Play.
Yeah, and there we see Setiawan at his dominant best on return there.
7.
Good push return to the mid-court, rack it up quickly and to finish the rally.
Out.
Yeah, that's well left. He did well to get out of the way.
8-12. Service over. 13.
Yeah, simple return, block return, and again lift out of the rear court. Really should have the pace of the court by now. It's a simple error.
Service over. 9-14.
Yeah. Busy work from Endo.
Yeah, good rally, good intensity.
14.
They really need a run of points though to get themselves back in this and get
Yeah.
more positive. To be honest, during the match, Endo struggled a little bit on service. Tended to flick quite a lot. Some good serving now.
Yeah, it's a super return, isn't it?
Service over. 15.
Yeah, he's found his serve and return game as the match has gone on, Setiawan, and that's another great example. Last time he pushed centre onto the body and followed up to win the point. This time just steers it to the sideline. Great variety.
Oh, good defence. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this is what I was expecting from the start. Good rally.
Yeah, some great defence here. Great agility. On the floor twice in that rally, gets up. Great reactions.
Play.
Yeah, that was a good smash from Setiawan. Channel attack.
Service over. 16-11.
Setiawan read it. He was in the right place, but it was just too good. Yeah, great drive, right on the tape, stepping forward onto it, generating good pace.
So clever.
Yeah, it's a great change of pace, but again, Endo, not the confidence to serve short. Again, it's the flick serve, giving the attack away, and this time they can't work their way out of defence. Clever change of pace from Setiawan.
Yeah, the slip, off balance. Endo did well to extend the rally, but there was a huge gap across court. There's the slip. Lost his footing before he played the shot. Oh, it's gone wide.
19-12.
No. Looks very much as if it's going to be 7-0 on the head-to-heads in just a short while. In fact, that first game was only the second game that the Japanese pair had ever taken off this Indonesian pair. But the Indonesians on the verge of victory. 8 match point opportunities. It's gone wide. Take it on there first. Well, had to come back from that game deficit. 10-21, 21-13, 21-12. 49 minutes.
Match won by Ahsan, Endo, Setiawan. 10-21, 21-13, 21-12.
Well, we only had a handful of rallies, really, of the sort of dynamic, exciting style that I was expecting. But Mohamed Ahsan and Hendra Setiawan safely through to the semi-final once more. The champions from 2 years ago. 10-21, 21-13, 21-12 in the deciding game. Now the Indonesian fans should be happy. Yeah. Colourful supporters. So they will play against the number 2 seeds tomorrow, Matthias Bo and Carsten Morgensen. Bo Morgensen, as you can see, needing 3 games against Pratama and Suwadi. Gone wide, take it on there first. Well, had to So after that men's doubles, we turn our attention to women's doubles, and this the destination Dubai, ranking just the Super Series tournaments taken into account for this. And I can tell you that the second and third ranked players were both beaten in the first round here in Malaysia. I wonder what that'll do to the rankings for next week. They, of course, were the number 1 and 2 seeds. But the women's doubles we're about to watch, the only remaining Malaysians in the tournament. Vivian Hu and Woon Ki Wei up against the number 8 seeds from China, led out by Tiang Qing and her partner Xia Huan.
Versus Vivian Hu Kaman, Woon Ki Wei, Malaysia.
Yeah, wonderful to hear the support from the home fans to this women's doubles combination.
Court 1.